Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Now it's Mbappe. He's a sharp little... Mbappe! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Looks to the other side.
That's a great ball cross-field.
And it's Dembele.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Well, that's well seen too. Threads one in. No, it's come to nothing. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
This man, Rudiger's going to be a very stern test for any attacker to beat, Peter. He's amongst the smartest defenders around with his positioning, and he's got the pace and strength to deal with the quickest opponent. He's not going to fall for cheap tricks either. He's just not that type to dive into tackles.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Here's a shot! Oh, it's come loose. Valverde. Can he get it through?
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
No goals as yet. Valverde. Dembele. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Camavinga. Now that looks a decent ball. Mbappe! And that's caused a worry or two. Camavinga. Mbappe. And Pavard. And he's being shifted off it. Alaba running with the ball. Camavinga. And it's Valverde. Some really good ball movement. And he was alert to it.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Tchouaméni. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Passes short and sharp. Camavinga. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And this is Dembele. Hernandez. Aimed beyond the defence. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Valverde. Hernandez. Thuram. Here's Tchouaméni. And here's Mbappe. And he's chosen to go back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
So what can they make of this? Vinicius Junior. Oh, good spread. Hernandez gets across to intercept that. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. Oh, can he finish? Mbappe! Irrepressible!
Look, there aren't many around you can call upon to make a difference, but he's one. He leads by example and inspires big time too.
That's wonderfully done. And we hit half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
That gets things going for the second half.
France can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And that's a good ball. It's Dembele! And one more try! And he hits the net! They have hauled themselves right back into it!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Valverde. Bellingham. And it's Bellingham. And it's Bellingham. Mbappe! Camavinga.
This is the time you need that pace.
Out to the left it goes. Can he get on the end of this? Played into space out wide.
Well, I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won.
Madrid are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they? Mbappe! Goal, France! And the comeback is complete. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle.
The keeper is ultra busy in trying to just get everything in order.
Goal. He's got himself an absolute peach. That is remarkable, all square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now then, the ball's come loose. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Now it's Camavinga. Camavinga, nicely shaped ball. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 7.
France can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Thuram. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Mbappe.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Bellingham, knocks it into space. That's really well cleared. Madrid have it back and can go again. Kolumuani.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Valverde. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Camavinga. Great vision. Shot. Decent chance! No mistake! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 2.
France making another change here. Madrid take the lead.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
And he's quick to snatch it back. Camavinga. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Looking to play him in. Vinicius Junior. Real chance! It's in! And surely that does it! Perfect time! Decisive strike! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
And the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Olise goes short. And now they can spring out of defence. Thuram. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. It's a pretty loose pass.
Il y aura 6 minutes de temps additionnel.
France finding their passes. Doué. Chance! Oh, the ball's run. Oh, what has happened here? He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. The ball is on the spot. Here we go. Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
France give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
Olise's cross. And that's that. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost in... Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Thuram is the guilty party there. Mignon gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I'm really impressed with this guy, Jude Bellingham. For one so young, he has wonderful intelligence and a great ability to read the game. The most expensive 17-year-old in the game too, and he's got a wonderful natural feel of space.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. This looks promising. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Vinicius Junior.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Neither side especially adventurous early on. Vinicius Junior. Valverde. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now he's got space here, and the pass is intercepted. And here's the chance to counter.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
And it's Valverde. Vinicius Junior. Madrid trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. And he's forced to go back. Out towards the flank. Oh, such a clever touch. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Bellingham. It's Camavinga. Valverde. Great vision. Pavard gets over and intercepts. Hernandez. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Mbappe! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Tchouaméni. Madrid ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Bellingham. And it's Camavinga. And here's Mbappe. And it's Bellingham. Camavinga. And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, that was vital. Thuram. Can he get it through? Can he get on the end of this? Oh, no joy this time. Tries to play it through. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Valverde.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Camavinga. Tchouaméni. For Valverde. Oh, good ball! It's a goal kick. Pavard, Koundé, Chouameni, France finding their passes. And it's Valverde. Hernandez, Thuram, looking for a runner. And the through ball. Mignon claims comfortably. And there's the end of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Solid, very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
France have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Passes short and sharp. Oh, good-looking ball. France needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Alaba. Rudiger.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Can he latch on to this? Thuram receives it in a wide position. Now then, the ball's come loose. Camavinga. Somewhat off target. Now it's Mbappe. Nicely weighted ball. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Valverde. Spread it left.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's got away.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Mbappe. 60 minutes played. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
Camavinga has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Howson. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
And this is Dembele. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Courtois gets good distance on it. Now it's Mbappe. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's been shifted off it. And it's Dembele. He was under real pressure there. Camavinga. Chance for a shot! It goes to show he is human after all.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 6.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
À leur place, le numéro 14.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And here's Mbappe. Chouameni cuts it out. Pavard. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Hernandez picks it up out wide. Now, can they get him away? Crossed in again. Brilliantly cut out.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking to play him in. Valverde. Not much subtlety about that challenge. And it's Alaba. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Mbappe is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Can he finish? They've got to be quick to recover this. Madrid have reclaimed it. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And that has left him in a heap. Alaba. Camavinga. Hernandez calmly anticipates. No, that's been intercepted. Howson.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Aims beyond the defence. Courtois breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. The 90 minutes are up, 30 more to come.
Yeah, neither side has anything to show for some splendid effort, and they certainly aren't showing any signs of easing off, so we remain optimistic.
So all square, we need a winner, and we will be back for extra time.
Votre attention, chers spectateurs. Je vous rappelle qu'il est strictement interdit de fumer en dehors des zones prévues à cet effet. Merci de votre compréhension. Changement en cours.
Into extra time we go. He's through here. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide.
Now this could be a chance. And a chance! And that's really well manoeuvred. And it's Ceballos. Caresses it through. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Pavard. Rudiger kept his eye on it, and he's there. Dani Ceballos. Rabiot.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Arda Güler, and he's managed to get free. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. It's a threatening ball. Lovely feet. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. Quality ball. And it's Hernandez. Looking for the run. Delivery from Mbappe. It's a mighty effort! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, super ball. Half-time, extra time.
Mesdames et messieurs,
There are plenty of tired limbs and minds out there. We may be looking at penalties here.
c'est perdu dans la foule. Ses parents sont priés de se manifester auprès d'un de nos stadiers. Changement pour la France. Le numéro 8. Le numéro
Is there to
22.
be drama in these
Le numéro
final
2.
15 minutes?
À leur place, le numéro 25.
105 minutes of
Le
football
numéro
and it is still
10.
goalless.
Le
It is
numéro
going to come
21.
down to one
Attention,
moment.
Changement.
Colomwani engages and forces him off the ball. Rodrigo. Ceballos. Goulet. And Dani Ceballos. And no, that was never going to make it. Conte. Looking for options for movement. And that's a good ball. He's having a shot! Yes, he's done it! Finally, finally, finally! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
France have penetrated for the first time.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
Kante has given away a free kick. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro
It's a
10.
good 30, 35 yards out, this.
Le numéro 11. Changement.
Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
The message is clear, none shall pass. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Rudiger does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Rodrigo. Now it's Endrick. Eder Militao. He's a sharp little ball here. Iñigo attempts a clearance. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And that's that. France have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. The action has already started. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
That has ended up in no man's land. It's a sharp pass. Rudiger calmly anticipates. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
I see this guy, Upamecano, as a very modern-day centre-back. Quick, good with his feet, confident moving the ball out of defence. I mean, if you're a team like many of the good ones that like to play out from the back, then this Frenchman really is your perfect fit.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he get it through? Bellingham. That's a little off target. Aimed beyond the defence.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
And the pass is intercepted. That was good alertness. Valverde. Dembele. Now it's Mbappe. And Pavard. Camavinga. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Vinicius Junior. That's the keeper's ball. Pavard. And it's Koundé. And they've switched it over to the other side.
Well spotted.
Quality ball. Valverde did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And here's Vinicius Junior. Threads one in. Mbappe! There it is! The breakthrough strike! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Madrid have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Hernandez. Very nicely done. Hernandez crosses. Dembele gets flagged offside. Eder Militao. Carvajal. Pass somewhat off target. Camavinga. And it's Valverde. Oh, that is a nice touch. Oh, it's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down. Kamavinga. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Bellingham. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pinches it off him. Tries to play it through. And he cuts out the supply. Thuram looking to play him in. Nicely shaped ball. Now that's well seen too. Thuram is herring after that one. Valverde. Mendy. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Eder Militao. Oh, it's come loose. And we hit half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 2, le numéro 6. À leur place, le numéro 24, le numéro 11.
Here we go again then.
France can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
France come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
He's in plenty of space here. And he's managed to get free. Bellingham. Oh, important interception. Olise. And it's Dembele. Now it's Thuram. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Some resolute defending there. Now it's Thuram. Mbappe. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Mbappe really was well marshalled there, because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Thuram is onto it in a flash. It's played through for him. Dembele. Held by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Camavinga. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
France are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
And it's made its way to him.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Madrid can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And no, that was never going to make it. Chouameni. France perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
Dembele gets into some space. Carvajal makes the interception. And he's whipped a diving header! And he's quick to get it clear again. And that has been clubbed away.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 7. À sa place.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rodrigo, he's having a go. They've scored! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
And very quickly. And the shot! Goes long and straight. And he's forced to go back. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Valverde. And he has been fouled there. Carvajal. And it's Aias. Little pass back. And it's Mendy. Upamecano did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Rudiger cuts out the pass.
France are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack, for that matter.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And he has shown him a yellow card. Doué. The final 5 minutes. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Shot could be on. And it's Doué. Nice sequence of passes this. Has a shot! Mbappe looking understandably energised after his goal. Chips it through. Mignon gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Well, it looked promising for... And the referee brings it to a close. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running, simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct...
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So off we go then. Well, Giuseppe Bergomi really is a cultured player, is he not, Jim, with a little bit of menace in the mix too.
Yeah, we all know him as a right-back, Peter, of course, but he has the flexibility, versatility, the confidence and the composure to play centrally too. He's even been known to play as a sweeper at times. No one did zonal marking better than this guy.
And he shoots! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Cristiano Ronaldo deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Araujo makes the interception. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Threads one in. And the finish! And he's done it! There is the breakthrough! Simplicity itself.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And he's on his way! Shoots! He has done it! 2, and we've barely begun here. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
So that's 2 now without reply.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And here's Mbappe. Nice interception, well timed. McTominay gets rid without sophistication. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Played over towards the opposite flank.
Good switch, that.
Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. He's in space and looking for a header! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they're at at it again in double quick time. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Melbourne City find a position of real strength now.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Looking for a runner. That is good alertness. And that's put paid to a promising move. Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Valverde. And here's Hullet. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! Now, who's going to be first to this? And he's done very well to deal with it.
Birmingham certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
And now a sudden chance to counter. He's in a great position here. Now it's Thuram. Thuram. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he's been shifted off it. Hullet. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Maldini. Valverde. And it's McTominay. Roberto. McTominay, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Ronaldinho. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Valverde.
Might want to be careful there.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Rijkaard. Bergomi. Ronaldinho. That's Rijkaard. Thuram. No way through. And here's Cruyff. He's had it taken off him. Cruyff has been caught there, it's a foul. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
And somehow he kept it out.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Rijkaard! And that has forced the very best out of the keeper. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He won't be happy with that one. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Thuram does well to get it back. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And the shot! Kylian Mbappe! You just cannot stop him! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So is this the start of a comeback? No, it's come to nothing.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
McTominay actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Rice can so cleverly bypass the press. There's the whistle for half-time.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Melbourne City are broadly in charge, but the contest is still alive at 3-1. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Now it's Thuram. Now the ball's gone astray. Played out to the left flank. Cross goes in there. Oh, what a climb! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Maldini. Ronaldinho. Passing is crisp and sharp. Mbappe. Thuram gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. Shot a goal! Cristiano Ronaldo! The glamour and the glory! About as smooth as it gets. 3! He is flying! A vast presence, and there is no stopping him. That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
It's great composure. He kept his eye on the ball until the last possible moment and then smash. No stopping that.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Melbourne City blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. And they've got a throw. And he's had it nicked away.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back any.
Big chance! It's a loose ball. Valverde. And it's Rijkaard. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a searching pass. Now the chance! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
Melbourne City really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Well, they've got it again. And it's Cruyff. Cruyff is fouled. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Rijkaard. Maldini. Bergomi. McTominay, who's on a run down the left wing. And it's Rice. Lahm tries to pass it through. Lahm has it out wide. He rises! A decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Well, that's been cut out, well played. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Mbappe. Ronaldinho. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Bastoni. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here.
Substitution on the field. Number 8.
Melbourne City can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
41, Rice. Coming on the field.
And it's Ronaldinho.
Number 17. Bullet. Number 16.
Good take, and is he in? Tries to play it through. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. That pass has been well intercepted. Valverde. That has been slung wide. Can he spark a counter here? Searching pass he's played there.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left.
It's a mighty effort! Arrived on cue, but fluffed his line.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Now it's Thuram. Cristiano Ronaldo. Distributed tidily. Pelé. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
No outsmarting him this time. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Cristiano Ronaldo really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, that's a key interception. Rijkaard. And that has left him in a heap. Mbappe. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Valverde. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here.
Peter, the keeper knows that even if his wall is perfect, it doesn't serve as any...
Ronaldinho! Ronaldinho! He really is something! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order! Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? And that's out of reach. There will be 4 extra minutes. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Pelé. Oh, shooting chance! It's in! And they are cruising away. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say...
And that's it! Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome.
And if you do have a
Cristiano
chance today,
Ronaldo
please take
claiming the
some time
match
out
ball
to give your
here.
support
He
to
was
our
the
Better
difference.
Stadium Fund.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
There's the whistle.
It's always a pleasure to see Paolo Maldini take to the pitch.
So would say anyone who understands the defender's art.
Well, bias comes easy for me when we talk about one of the greatest pros. He exudes calm, elegance, intelligence, an Italian giant.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Messi, the pressing's intense and it's paid off. Maldini, passing is crisp and sharp, and it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Thuram, and that interception was most necessary. No outsmarting him this time. Tries a measured ball, and he was quick to react. Played out wide. Lahm. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Roberto picks it up. Oh, what a climb! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Now it's Messi. Now it's Ronaldinho. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range.
And so we have the first set piece of the game. Ronaldinho! Ronaldinho! He really is something! A finish of true class! First blood drawn! A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Big header! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Now it's Ronaldinho. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Maldini.
Melbourne City really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Araujo is very much of the non-shell pass school of defending. It's a pretty loose pass.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Now it's Mbappe. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Thuram chasing after it. And he's only too happy to take that back. Now it's Eto'o. Ronaldinho. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. So a chance here, what can they make of it?
Well, we're looking at somewhere in the region of 25 to 30 yards. That won't intimidate this guy.
It's a loose ball. And we have our very first corner. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Shapes to shoot! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. With Rudiger. Rijkaard. Busquets is the team's great visionary. Now it's Rice, and he's worked it through. A lot of space ahead of him. Well, that's an excellent interception. Mbappe. Eto'o. And it's Ronaldinho. Looking for the run. Oh, super. It's Eto'o! Sensational from Eto'o! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! 2 up now, and they are cruising. That is simply terrific, finished with beautiful deftness.
Well, as options go, that was a...
He gets big! Oh, crossbar! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Melbourne City really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Pressing high and with purpose. Ronaldinho. Now it's Eto'o. Eto'o. Ronaldinho. Saliba gets rid without sophistication. It's their second corner of the game. McTominay with the clearance. Great defending, strong and determined. Melbourne City have the chance to go the other way. That has ended up in no man's land. Rijkaard. Now it's Thuram. Araujo makes the interception. Maldini.
There will be 3 minutes.
Araujo. Well, that is one way to stop him. Vieira demonstrating his defensive quality there. Thuram, nicely spread. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Rudiger. And it's Messi. Now, can they get him away? Oh, that's well spotted. Ronaldo. And the half-time whistle goes. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Melbourne City really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Substitution on the field. Number 41. Right.
Here we go again.
Number 8.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can...
He's got tall. Goal! And the second half is off to a flyer. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Melbourne City get themselves back into contention.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Zé Roberto, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. He's a sharp little ball here. No way through, so back it comes. Busquets clears it away. Great vision.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's managed to get free. No, that's been intercepted. He's had it taken off him. Lahm, lovely bit of skill.
Melbourne City really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Lahm, nicely weighted ball. Hangs to mighty effort! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Lahm is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, it's come loose. Good ball, shoots! No mistake! Do not write them off! Back they come! That was a given, it always was.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Substitution on the field. Number 3.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. We have ourselves a real game here.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Oh, smashing header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Aimed beyond the defence. Melbourne City do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
And it's Vieira. Chance to deliver. Up he goes! Oh, should have put that away.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Now it's Neymar. Neymar stood his ground strongly. Rijkaard looking for a runner. And the ball is out of play.
Neymar. He's looking to win it for them.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Oh, that's a key interception. Not the most accurate pass. Rijkaard.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And here's Suarez.
Well, that looks a decent ball.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Played towards the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
2 added minutes.
Looking
has
to
been
play him in.
indicated.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back.
There's the shot! Oh, yes, it's there! Late in the day, this could well be it! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful strike.
And the referee brings it to a close.
Melbourne City have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure.
And now I'd just like to read out
So a
our fan
dramatic
club members who are
game
celebrating
decided
their
in its
birthdays
very
today.
last moments.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.